Are you on a budget? Are you looking for your first one-way ticket to Android land? Do you want a phone that's partially named after a transformer? The LG Optimus T is here for T-Mobile, and this is a fun little way to get into all of the hot touchscreen Android action. Now this is a budget phone. It goes head to head with the BlackBerry Curve 3G, which is apples to pineapples. They're very different. But for $30 with a 2-year T-Mobile contract, the Optimus T is a great buy. We're going to jump into this phone right now. Like I said, the Optimus T is designed for beginners who want to leap into the Android world. So the external design is very simplified. We only get volume control on the side, a power lock button on top, 3.5mm audio jack. There's a USB connection on the bottom of the phone. There's no camera button, and there's no flash on the back next to the lens of the 3.2 megapixel camera. When we pop off the back hatch here, we have a 32 gigabyte capacity micro SD card slot, and it's not obstructed by the battery, so that's a good thing. Get a big battery. Underneath we have a SIM card. We like the architecture of the Optimus T because it's rounded, it's a smaller phone, it's easy to fit in the pocket, and we have a panel of buttons on the bottom. We have menu, search, and right in the middle we have this nice little panel that groups home and back together. The screen is not a high resolution screen, and it's a plastic, it's not glass. It still is capacitive, but it's a very basic overall phone, which is to be expected for $30. Now the LG Optimus T is not a lightning fast Snapdragon Hummingbird phone. This phone has pretty modest hardware, but it runs Android 2.2. But because of that lacking in hardware, we don't get the full suite of options we get with Android 2.2. For instance, we can't take advantage of Flash 10.1 by playing a video within an internet browser. But we do get the full Google treatment with Gmail, Maps, Talk, high quality YouTube. There's a Facebook application. We could customize widgets for the home screen. The LG Optimus T has 5 different home screens. We have access to the Android market. And of course, like any other Android phone, we could tap on the screen, hold it, and add any widget, folder, wallpaper. For messaging and keyboard, this phone was very good. We got the Android keyboard, and we had swipe technology, so we could kind of expedite the process. We got the Android internet browser, but pinching and zooming is stuttery and kind of slow, and scrolling up and down can sometimes go at the speed of gloop. So it's not the best internet browsing experience, but it's still definitely better than the BlackBerry Curve 3G. One other nifty fact about the Optimus T is that it supports Wi-Fi calling, though right out of the box we didn't have that option because there needs to be a necessary update to allow that to happen on this phone. So feature-wise, we have a watered-down Android device that's still very functional and great for any beginner. Now, call quality with this phone was good, except we noticed a blanketing white noise almost to a hissing extent. Whereas with the BlackBerry Curve 3G, we had a crystal clear sound the entire time. Battery life lasted throughout the whole day. It's definitely better than the big entertainment powerhouses like the Droid X and the Evo 4G. Now, it's worth noting that we have the full Android camera suite, meaning we get controls like exposure, white balance. We can change digital filters like solarize and sepia negative, and there's also manual focus with this phone. There's a macro mode, so the camera interface itself was very good. And video mode, we did not get HD, but we got 640 by 480 VGA resolution. And for the most part, the quality was definitely a little better than we expected. It was by far better than the Curve 3G. So now it's time for our final answer with the LG Optimus T. If you're a T-Mobile customer and you're looking to jump into Android, this is an excellent phone to start with. The Optimus T is stocked with plenty of Android features. We get the full Google treatment. There's Wi-Fi calling. The camera is not bad. For $30 with a 2-year contract, the Optimus T is an excellent buy. Now, there's also the BlackBerry Curve 3G for you old school folk who miss their QWERTY keyboard and that addictive BlackBerry Messenger. Oh, and there's Brick Breaker. I don't know how anyone could live without Brick Breaker. But that's up to you to decide. Do you want to go old school with the Curve 3G, or do you want to bust into Android land with the Optimus T? And the Optimus T is a great vehicle to start you on the Android track. For InfoSync World, I'm Mike Perlman.